Hey there, this is Kai Davis. We're going to be taking a look at the Moda email marketing and SMS app store listing page. So the way these teardowns work is we're going to go from the top down on the page, starting at the URL all the way down through the title and the creatives and the description and features and pricing details and reviews, and share insights on what Moda is doing well and what Moda could be doing better. And so the first thing I want to call out is you've got a nice short app URL here, just Moda. It's not keyword stuffed. That's doing great. Well done. You do have here, we get to the app title Moda, email marketing and SMS. And you do have what I think of as two more short tail, slightly more aggressive keywords in here. Email marketing. That's a pretty high value keyword to target, as is SMS. And you are, a relatively newer app. You launched less than a year ago. You've got 5 reviews right now. So those do strike me as a bit more aggressive. But when we do Google them, let's just indulge curiosity here. We just search email marketing. And then we Command F for Moda, and we see you are not on the first page. We do see big players like MailChimp, Privy, Klaviyo, the expected names, Shopify forms. We pop to page 2. We get into some smaller, more niche players. Here's Drip, an email marketing platform that I use and love. And we do see you here, what is that, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, around 18th, I think, on page 2. Not a bad ranking for an aggressive keyword like email marketing. It'll be interesting to see if you could pop up to page 1 with some improvements and some additional reviews. So we're just clicking back here, and we go back to Moda. So I would call this out as being like a little more aggressive, but your app does seem to be ranking for email marketing. And I checked separately, and SMS also on page 2. So well done there. We've got the pricing details here. Free plan available, 30-day free trial, additional charges may apply. I don't really have much to share there. What I do want to call out are 2 things that I see missing. The first is we've got, 6 image creatives over here, and we'll dive deeper into those in a second, but we don't have a video. And what's interesting about that to me is you do have a product video on your Moda.io or Get Moda homepage. So I think that'd be worth including here, or ideally a separate video recorded specifically for the App Store and personalized to the App Store and Shopify clients for your app. The second thing I want to call out is you don't have a demo store. And demo store might seem like a weird thing for an email marketing platform to set up, but it's a really great way to share social proof and just build a trust point with a potential merchant. They could click, they could see, they could engage. So what would you demo on a demo store? If you have forms and opt-ins or pop-ups for your email marketing app or SMS collection, pop-ups, that'd be a great thing to share. And like send one message and like, hey, you just opted in for SMS. We're never going to message you again. Goodbye. Just to show the visitor, show the merchant like, oh, this works. It's a legit thing. This is what the customer experience is like. Opt-in form for email could be good. You collect, all these different data points, and we'll get to those in the creatives in a second. But if it's possible within your app, maybe you do something cool like, hey, merchant, opt in here and click around our site for a bit, and we'll email you what we collected and learned about you and show you how you could get insights about your customers. Again, a bit of like a show, touch, hands-on experience with the data that the app collects. So I definitely think a demo store would be a good addition, even if it's just like, here's what our forms look like. Here's what our SMS pop-ups look like, just so folks can, play around and gain that touch point. And like, again, you have a static image here instead of a video. I think an easy optimization is putting the video you currently have here. I just want to go through these images for a minute and talk about what I like and I don't like about them. So I actually don't like this first image that much. It feels a bit generic. I feel like I could see it on, almost any email marketing SaaS. We've got your integration icons up in the corner here, which is fine, but we aren't like using this as an opportunity to call out like integrates with your favorite tools. I think even just slapping a headline and a little bit of text onto this image, like squishing it around, moving stuff around, would improve it. But right now, this just, it's using such valuable space. I mean, like, look at the dimensions here. It's a huge image compared to all the other stuff up here. And it just feels like it's underwhelming. Even just swapping it to the second image, send engaging messages that convert, if that was sitting here in the premier spot, that would feel like a better use of the space. Right now, this feels wasted. send engaging messages that convert, special offer and sale emails plus SMS, abandoned cart emails plus SMS, win back emails plus SMS, and many more templates. I like this headline, and I actually like the stock image in this example here. It does a great job of communicating like, oh, your customer is going to be happy and delighted. What I don't like are the bullets. These just don't really feel impactful or engaging. It's just a list of the templates you have. That's not that exciting. Like one bullet could be like includes X number of templates, but talk about the benefits to the merchant's customer or potential customer about receiving these engaging messages that convert. Like if these are like professionally copywritten, we've invested in the best templates ever, call that out. But right now this just feels like a list of features and it's kind of wasting the space. I like the headline though, and I like the image on the side. Ready playbook for retention marketing, visual flow and email builder, true no-code platform, pre-built templates for all e-commerce needs. This doesn't quite all jive for me. Like ready playbook for retention marketing makes me think like, oh, it's, going to be more informational. Maybe not, but it feels weird. Like visual flow and email builder, true no-code platform. Like these again are just all features. We're not talking about the benefits. We're not talking about like get started with no code or, what's the benefit of a true no-code platform? What's the benefit of a visual flow and email builder? What makes yours different from all the players like ConvertKit, Drip, Klaviyo, Bento that have visual flow and email builders? So I think, again, I like the headline. I think this headline could be improved, but I like the design of these slides. The image is fine, but the bullets are too feature focused. And here's an easy optimization. Pre-built templates for all e-commerce needs. It's the Shopify App Store. Like, don't say e-commerce, say Shopify. Pre-built templates for all your Shopify e-commerce needs or for all your Shopify needs. It just personalizes it to the audience that you're in front of and makes it more relevant. Know your customers like never before. We have all these app icons here, but we aren't mentioning integrations anywhere on this page. And I'm guessing, looking at your AI-powered integrations on your main website, like it looks like, oh, they're going to be sucking in relevant data here, but we aren't communicating this on that slide. Capture real-time events, unify customer profiles, unlock data silos. Again, this feels like this is all integration related, but we aren't using the word integrations on this page. And again, the bullets kind of underwhelm. I like the headline before. I think the image is even fine, but the text on this slide could be improved just to better communicate the benefits of know your customers like never before. Even if it is just something as simple as like know when to pitch them the right thing based on, real-time events and look at customer profiles to understand past buying habits and suggest relevant products, stuff like that. I think that would land better. Pre-built audiences for personalization. When I read audiences the first time I looked at this content, I just went, I think you want to say segment. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing to call it an audience, but I think of an audience as like, oh, you have an audience on Instagram. You have an audience on YouTube. Yes, you do have your email marketing audience, but it's not a pre-built audience. What you have here is pre-built segments to personalize your content for your audience. So I think there's some cleanup that could be done here in terms of the headline. Again, the bullets are all really feature focused. Segment users and take action, upsell, cross-sell based on behavior, update events across your tech stack in real time. So yeah, it could definitely improve the bullets here. I guess that's the recurring theme. Like the slides are decent, but the copywriting, the messaging here for the bullets on the slides could be improved. Actionable insights that drive growth. That's a nice value proposition. I'd try to highlight that earlier in the slides. Drive revenue efficiency with true marketing attribution. Get insights from your tech stack. Optimize in the moment. Again, the bullets feel a little off the mark. Is it insights from your tech stack or is it insights from your integration? I don't think merchants are necessarily saying, I want to get insights from my tech stack, but I think they are saying like, I want to get insights from my audience, from my different tools. So, yeah, I think the bullets could be improved. Omni-channel marketing simplified, social and display ad integration, email and SMS capabilities, social messenger, on-site chat, notifications coming soon. This just feels like conversion fulfillment, advocacy, retention, acquisition. Just feels like a bunch of buzzwords. And conversion fulfillment, retention, advocacy, acquisition. I don't think that's technically omni-channel. Omni-channel would be what you're saying over here: social and display, email and SMS. Yeah. And we're back to the first slide. So I find these creatives a bit underwhelming. Definitely swap a video in here for this primary one, or change one of the secondary creative images with the primary here, just so you're using one with more text on it. But yeah, I think some copywriting improvements could happen across these slides just to be a bit more benefit focused. And that's honestly going to be a recurring theme as we dive into this teardown. So we come down here, unlock e-commerce growth with data and AI superpowers. I don't hate this as a headline because at least it's focused on like the change in state for the Shopify merchant that's reading this listing. You know, I want to unlock e-commerce growth. I don't know if with data is necessarily a unique value proposition these days. There's a lot of data out there. Maybe it's with the right data, but there might be some opportunities for improving this headline. And you're going to see me turn on my page hacker extension here, which just lets me make, you know, small changes to the front end. So we'll see what changes we come across as we go through. So let's read through the description here. Moda is an omni-channel marketing platform for e-commerce brands to leverage their data and create campaigns that convert. Automate your communication, enhance engagement, and maximize revenue from new and existing customers. Use the inbuilt AI module to segment contacts, create content, and analyze performance in real time, and actively optimize campaigns. Integrate your tech stack seamlessly to make sense of every step a customer takes on a Shopify store. Hey, you mentioned Shopify. That's awesome. Use Moda to power your e-commerce growth. Unify 200 plus customer touchpoints, product views of cart demands, coupons used, etc. Send emails and SMS at scale with 1,000 plus pre-built templates and a drag and drop editor. Use ready flow recipes for welcome series, cart demands, post-purchase, and more. 20 AI-powered segments covering loyals, repeat, churn potentials, and more. Get real-time insights across automations, campaigns, segments to drive growth. It just feels really bland. Like it's very buzzword heavy, omni-channel, automate, enhance, maximize revenue, inbuilt AI module. Like we're hitting some references to things that I'm sure people are interested in. AI is hot. We want the ability to segment and create content, but it doesn't feel like you're speaking to a Shopify merchant. It doesn't feel like this is necessarily helpful. It feels like you're talking about yourself a ton in this App Store listing. I'm a big fan of second person you-focused copywriting for places like these. You-focused copywriting just is when you're going to lead with a you-focused statement to talk about your customer and the change they want to see, the pain that they're experiencing, the problem that they want to resolve, and then how your app can help solve that. But this feels like you're talking about yourself a ton, but not talking about the ideal customer who's reading the sales page. I mean, like, just riffing off the top of my head, like, you're a growing Shopify store and you're looking for your next edge. You've been pursuing an omni-channel approach and you're looking to maximize your data and create campaigns that convert. You know, just leading, and I'm going to add a space here just so we could focus on this first bit. I mean, we're just leading with, you know, it's pretty much the same thing. We're just talking to that visitor, talking to that reader who's a Shopify store owner or marketing director or whatever. And we're saying like, hey, you know, this is you. This is the state you're in. This is what you're experiencing. You've been pursuing this omni-channel approach. You're looking to maximize your data. You're looking to create campaigns that convert. Meet Moda. Moda lets you, and this isn't necessarily to the character limit. It's just to, you know, do a quick riff. Moda lets you automate your communication, enhance engagement. I mean, let's not even say maximize revenue, and let's just focus on engagement here from your new and existing customers. Here just feels like use the inbuilt AI module, like it's just buzzword bingo. It's just the inbuilt AI module to segment context, create content, and analyze performance in real time, and actively optimize campaigns. That should be a feature listing down here rather than here. Integrate with your favorite apps seamlessly to understand every step your customers take on your Shopify store. I like something more like this, something that's more focused on who the customer is and what they're experiencing and how your app, how Moda helps them. This is just like a light rewrite. We did it in a couple minutes, but this just focuses, more on the benefits to the customer and meets them where they are. What's interesting to me, and I'm going to turn off the Page Hacker extension for a moment and just, where's that website link? Website. On Get Moda, like you do have a bunch of, AI-powered e-commerce growth platform, what feels to me like buzzwordy headlines, but you do have a lot of detail and good copywriting. Growing your brand doesn't have to be difficult and expensive. Retention, personalization, innovation, everything you need to succeed, all your customer data in your pocket without code. I mean, these value propositions don't seem like they're communicated in the App Store listing. And like you only have so much space. This is, a tiny bit of content. But I think picking, one of these sort of key areas, be it integration, segmentation, personalization, and doubling down on it and just focusing on it in the App Store listing could be a good way to approach it and sort of leverage what you already have. Even like the slides that I besmirched, like you've got some great stuff down here, 50 plus e-commerce integrations, get closer to your customers with one-click connects with popular e-commerce tools. Like, unless there's some App Store reason that you can't point out that you do integrations with popular apps, definitely call things like this out in these creatives. Like, these creatives just felt so squishy and soggy, but you've got really specific things like this on your homepage that are just worth moving over to the Shopify app listing. So definitely, like, as you work on, this main content here and the app title here, pull from the homepage when possible. You've got good content here, good copy here. It's a shame you aren't leveraging it or leveraging pieces of it in this App Store listing. Let's just talk about these features for a second. Unified 200 plus customer touchpoints, product views, cart demands, coupons, send emails and SMS at scale, 1,000 plus pre-built templates. And 1,000 plus pre-built templates sounds intimidating to me. Oh my God. So like I'm a merchant and I'm like, oh, you got templates. Oh, you have 1,000 for me to go through. That sounds scary. Like, let's just pop this on with dozens of pre-built templates and a drag and drop editor. If that fits the character limit, like go in that way. But I think these feature lists are a great spot to talk about more of the features of your app rather than the benefits. And so this is decently done. We're talking about the customer touch points. We're talking about emails and SMS at scale. We're talking about your ready flow recipes, though I'd probably connect that more to like your visual builder. 20 plus AI powered segments covering loyals, repeat buyers, churn potentials, and more. That feels like just an excuse to get AI powered in there. I mean, that's 20 plus pre-built segments covering loyals, repeat buyers, etc. Get real-time insights across automations, campaign segments to drive growth. The features feel fine to me. They don't feel especially special or like they're grabbing me and pointing me towards, this is a great feature. This is what sets us apart. So I think there are opportunities to improve them, but not necessarily the highest opportunities. The creatives up here and the description here are definitely bigger priorities. So we'll look at pricing. You're going with a free to install plan with a 30-day free trial, which is a great way to get some, earlier reviews or just get growth going early on. Free to install, free forever for brands starting out. That's a impressive promise. Oh, but here we reach the limits. Reach up to 250 contacts, up to 1,000 emails a month, up to 50 SMS credits a month. All features included, 24/7 support. That's interesting. I'd call out, is this chat support? Is this email support? What sort of methods of support do you have? If you do have like chat support and email support, maybe this becomes 24/7 email support and this becomes 24/7 chat plus email support just to differentiate between the plans. Reach up to 1,000 contacts, unlimited emails, up to 50 credits a month. See all pricing options. Let's just take a quick look at affordable pricing for every stage of your business, no hidden fees. How many folks do you want to reach monthly? Okay, so we scale up in increments of 500. Let's say I've got 15,000 contacts. Starter is free up to 200. Growth. And choose your SMS plan, 450. So there's a bunch of different pricing levers. I would consider the feedback I want to give here is like, you've obviously got a bunch of different like pricing tiers. We're using metered pricing here. We have the starter and we have the growth plan, which then scales up based on the number of contacts. What's interesting to me, and this is like a bigger picture thing, is like 100,000 contacts. It's still the growth plan at $570 a month. Now it's up to 100,000. Does that just scale with? Yeah, it seems like you've got like tiers here. So we're at 72,000. We're up to 75,000 contacts. I need to digress from this point, but I think it would make sense, bigger picture, just to have another pricing tier here. Like, it's not all growth. Somebody who shows up with 1,000 contacts, yeah, that makes sense for the growth plan. Somebody who shows up with 30,000 contacts is a radically different customer. And so to be pointing them to the same growth plan with up to 50 SMS credits just feels a little weird. So I think, like, I mean, what's the tier past growth? Give it a name. Like, I think that would let you then, list maybe it's $100 a month premier or established or whatever tier, which would just serve to anchor this $15 a month growth plan. So one thing to consider. You have 5 reviews. You're averaging 5 stars. That's wonderful. Great app for retention marketing. Moreover, that support team is exceptional. Always ready to help. Time spent using app 3 months. That's great. Oh, and one thing I wanted to call out just now that we're looking at the reviews is you did a really good job of excerpting bits of your, where did we get to them? Excerpting bits of your reviews on Shopify and using them on your website. So we've got this Vatra organic peanut butter. We're just going to go to the view all reviews page for a moment here. And so down here, Vatra, we have this full review, and you excerpted it down to this. I think that's wonderful. I think not enough apps are doing that, and representing this strong, powerful voice of customer that's in the Shopify App Store in these reviews elsewhere in their marketing. And I just wanted to digress and call this out because you're doing it really, really well. So we're looking at your reviews here. These look solid. These look authentic. Customer support is very supportive. Team helped me understand business metrics. Also recommended campaigns and automations. Great, solid voice of customer. Been using Moda for a month. Found things to be great. Intuitive and no nonsense UX. Okay, here's something I want to call out. I love customer reviews because it's just such powerful voice of the customer. We could see here how the customers are calling out the different elements and features and benefits. Intuitive and no nonsense UX, easy to set up and get started with. No complicated integrations needed. Now that we reach this line, let's just go back to the homepage here. And we're just gonna jam this in there. Again, there's character limits there. It doesn't necessarily fit, but I think the feeling of that is so much different. I mean, we've gone from unlock e-commerce growth with data and AI superpowers to intuitive and no nonsense UX, no complicated integrations needed. I think that's, a more personable and attractive value proposition. I mean, it's intuitive and no nonsense, no complicated integrations needed versus something like this, which every email, SMS, AI powered, whatever out there is saying, unlock your growth with data and AI superpowers. This doesn't necessarily say anything. This says, hey, it's going to be easy to get started, and you don't need to worry about complicated integrations where you need to update, a DNS and jam a JavaScript wherever. So I love voice of customer like this because it helps us see what the customers actually enjoy, and then we could fold that language into the App Store listing. They call out segments. It's been helpful to see where different user groups are in their journey. Send personalized communication, good mail builder, easy to use, create campaigns and launch without unnecessarily delays or holdups, flows. We've been able to automate a lot of our previous manual work. This is saving us time and efforts while delivering better results. I mean, I'd even consider, we've got this flows line here. Right now we're saying use ready flow recipes for da-da-da-da-da, but flows, automate your manual email work, save time and effort. I think something like that, let's just undo a few times to see the previous language. Before, use ready flow recipes for welcome series, cart abandons, post purchases, and more. Now I suggest something like flows. Automate your previously manual email work, save time and effort. with pre-built flows. Again, character limits, maybe something like that. I think this just calls out like the experience, the benefit of for the customer, automating this previously manual email work. Everybody who reads that is like, oh, I want to do less manual email work. Nobody wants to do manual email work. But this actually communicates it before user-ready flow recipes for welcome series, cart abandons, post-purchases, and more. It's too benefit-focused, or not benefit-focused, I'm sorry, too feature-focused. We're just talking about the flow recipes rather than sharing how it'll actually benefit them. So again, customer reviews like this are wonderful ways to figure out, okay, what language should we be using? And the last one I want to call out here is we see references to the value of your support. Customer success is very supportive. Support team is exceptional. Quick and prompt support has helped us understand functionalities better. But nowhere in your current App Store listing were you calling out support. I think that's something we could move across from these reviews. Hey, mention support in the feature list here. It's definitely called out enough in these reviews that it should be one of those bullets. And again, here's another, like, here's Bombay Island just sharing so much detail. Ease of use, used MailerLite before. Quick without dependencies, tab onto topical opportunities. Yeah, this is great language. These are solid reviews. I'm just looking to see the similarity. I mean, now that I say that, what's interesting to me is how similar the bullet lists here are. We've got intuitive and no-nonsense UX, segments, good mail builder, ease of use, segmentation. They seem a little similar to me. It might just be happenstance, but I'd make sure that you aren't inadvertently paying for reviews. But if you are, hey, it's decent language. They look real. I've been using Moda for the past few months to send emails to my customers. Offers a great UI UX, easy to navigate. Also is a great mail builder. Give a special shout out. Okay, this one just sounds very similar as well. It might be, Zvacha, 2 months, 1 month. It might just be happenstance, but the language and the details in these, Moda's a much better UI UX. Support was great. Customer success, helpful and responsive. They just hit all the same notes in such a similar way that makes me squint my eyes a bit. And I know I just was raving about the language in the reviews, and I think that does stand up. Like, there is good language here, but the similarity between these three oldest ones just feels a little odd to me. Let's back out of here. And we talked about the reviews. We talked about pricing, built by Moda, 6 months building apps. That's about it for this teardown. So big picture, I think the biggest wins are updating your top of page here to include a video and refreshing the language in these, bullets on these creatives, and doing a bit of a rewrite for the main content here. Make it more you-focused, make it focus more on the benefits for the customers, pull back a little bit from the features. And down here, do a little bit of a rewrite just to use some of the language in those reviews, dubious or not, it's good language, and just talk about, you-focused benefits from these features. Talk about your flows in this manner, talk about the benefits of your support team and how responsive they are. I think that'll better use this space. And consider adding another pricing plan. Like if you had a $50, reach up to 10,000 contacts plan here, suddenly that growth plan looks really affordable by comparison. Right now, your free to install plan looks super affordable compared to the growth. So another tier here will just make it all stack up nicely. That's about it. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Kai@kaidavis.com. You can find my contact info in the description below this video. But I hope you can use this information to improve your App Store listing and take it to the next level.